In today's episode, we're going to talk about the law of assumption and how to assume your desired state. The thing is that there is no separation between you and your desired state, baby. It is simply one. And why? Because your desires come from your imagination. And your imagination is a dreaming machine. And it belongs to you. Hello, welcome to my show and episode number 4, Assume Your Desired State. There is no separation between you and your desired state. Let's repeat it again and again. It is simply one. Universe and you are one thing, and your desired state and you are one thing. As simple as that. I say to myself all the time, Natasha, universe is a big Natasha and I am smaller Natasha in within the universe. As simple as that. There is no separation at all, babe. But you are creating the separation because you don't see your desired state externalized. You don't believe it. Stop doing it right now. Just stop it and realize one thing. Your imagination is your universal you, your God that you pray to. If there were a separation, that would mean that there is a condition to your desired state, to what you want. There is a condition. But where you are, there is no conditions. No conditions at all. It is all unconditional. The universe and you are one. Your desired state and wish fulfilled, your wish is fulfilled, and you are one. What universe has, you have unconditionally. No questions asked, okay? Now you make a separation because you were taught as a child growing the concept of time, the principles, the Newtonian ways, the science, right? But in quantum physics, however, you can exist in different places and different states at the same time. It was very well illustrated in the studies and experiment involving Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's cat in the box, where cat can be dead and alive at the same time. But that would be decided by the observer. Okay? When the observer looks into the box and it analyzes condition of the cat, then observation collapses into matter, or your decision about the condition of the cat. What condition the cat is, Before you analyze that, you don't know it. Before you analyze that, the condition of the cat is unknown. It is unprecedented. So, the cat remains in superposition of unknown states until you decide what state it is in. It can be applied every day. It can apply to you with your state of mind. Whatever thoughts you are thinking eventually collapse into matter, or your present reality as you wish. It collapses as the act of observation, which determines the outcome of what you're having right now. So when you look from within, your envision of your state of plenty and love, where all your desires are completed, creates your inner observation. And that will eventually determine your physical 3-dimensional outcome or your 3D reality on the external. And it doesn't need any time, because in state of plenty and love and peace, you can receive it anytime you want. As simple as that. But when it comes to manifestation, you just have to assume. And when you have to assume, there is no time involved. You don't need time. You can have it anytime. Where is no time, there is no delay. Because you are looking at the time and you ask, when is it coming? Why is it not still come yet? Why is it not yet here? And how long is it going to take? You create conditions. You elicit feelings that you feel when you do that, and emotions of disappointment, And then you think you have to distract yourself, to entertain yourself, to escape the reality, the state of uncertainty, of nervousness and worrying, of how and when you are receiving your wish. and it drives you to worrisome state again, just stop it. You don't have to do it at all. Just stay within. Deny the delay. Deny not seeing your wish come true. And just enjoy now. Just enjoy it without any worries. The universe knows what you asked for. You don't have to repeat it over and over again. You don't have to ask for it over and over again. All you can do is express gratitude. Say thank you. You just say thank you for the received wish fulfilled and enjoy being in this state of plenty. Visualize the end of your desire happened. You have received it. You just have to imagine yourself there. Neville Goddard says, to desire is to have it. As simple as that. You are creating the separation bridge between your state and desired state, or what you want in your life and what you have in your life right now. You are the creator of that bridge. While there is no separation at all, there is no bridge at all, there is no traveling involved or time, what you have in your life right now is the reflection of your inner state prior to that. And the good news is that you can change it anytime you want. As simple as that. You create your own reality. You are the master of your own reality. Embrace your thoughts and inner conversations, your behavior, control it, and you will change your reality. In fact, you are shaping your reality right now by watching that video. As simple as that. You're already on the process of changing your reality. Now, Neville Goddard once said, today's fictions can become tomorrow's fact. So your imaginary act is no fiction, as it does, in fact, externalize into reality. And here is the little read from The Law of Promise, Chapter 4. The foreword from Walter Lord's A Night to Remember illustrates my claim, imagining creates reality. And here it is. In 1898, a struggling author named Morgan Robertson concocted a novel about fabulous Atlantic liner, far larger than any that have ever been built. Robertson loaded his ship with rich and complacent people and then wrecked it on a cold April night on the iceberg. This somehow showed the futility of everything. And in fact, the book was called Futility when it appeared that year, published by the firm of Mansfield. Now, 14 years later, a British shipping company named the White Star Line built a steamer remarkably like one in Robertson's novel. The new liner was 66,000 tons displacement. Robertson was 70,000 tons. The real ship was 882.5 feet long. The fictional one was 800 feet long. Pretty similar. Both could carry about 3,000 people, and both had enough lifeboats for only a fraction of this number. Then, this didn't seem a matter because both were labeled unsinkable. On April 19, 1912, the real ship left Southampton on her maiden voyage to New York. Her cargo included a list of passengers collectively worth $250 million. On her way over, she too stuck on the iceberg and went down on a cold April night. Robertson called his ship a Titan. The White Star Line called its ship Titanic. Had Morgan Robertson known that imagining creates reality, that today's fiction is tomorrow's fact, would he ever have written the novel Futility? In the moment of tragic catastrophe, the conviction becomes more distinct to us that life is a bad dream from which we have to awake, and the bad dream is caused by the imaginal activity of sleeping humanity. So this is what happens when you actually write story down, right? So if we write the story down, it is a principle, it's documented, it becomes a principle, it is documented, and you start to believe in it instantly, because when you write something down, you actually read it, and when you read it, there is a belief, Let's talk about belief a little bit. What actually belief is in here? Belief is actually a very big word. Assumption is a better word for that. Assumption is belief already, because if you assume something, you already believe it. You already made decision to believe it. Assumption is just a state of pretending, shifting into the play. So you really have to choose in here is to assume. Just assume it. What your desired state is. You have to assume your wonderland. Your land of plenty, your abundance is what you actually are. Abundance is a state of mind. You are already in desired state. Just assume that. Just assume that. Imagine it. Imagine. Faith is the loyalty to the unseen. That's what Neville Goddard used to say. Now, you have to be faithful to your wish, you know. If you wish something, you have to stick with it. You can't wish something and then contradict it. It's not fair. It's not fair for your desire. Your internal act is equals to your external act. And that's what Neville Goddard swears by. What you received on external is a confirmation of an internal act. You dwelled on something and you have received it, and now you live in it right now. Everything you have in 3D, in your three-dimensional reality, shows what you have manifested from your internal prior to that, you know? You went from within, you imagined a picture, now you're in it. Your self-concept of yourself and the people around you is everything that you build about yourself and the people and your surroundings in your internal world. The actual 3D, the supply, the result is what you have received because you have requested it. You have made a demand. In your imagination, you have imagined that. The 3D is simple proof and reflection of what you wanted. You wanted it. So if you could do that, then you could do anything. And there is no limits to what you can do actually at all. You are powerful, you know. You made everything you have right now. One should understand how powerful our fiction is, okay? You have to understand how powerful your fiction is when you're imagining things. By thinking and fantasizing about something, we bring it to life, okay? Moreover, when we verbalize it, we bring it to play with scripted definitions and colors. It takes place in history. When we write things down, when we talk about to our friends, to our family, we verbalize that because it takes the colors. It becomes the fact. We live it, we feel it, we have emotions about it. It externalizes into fact. It takes place in history. It exists. So then you would say, why it takes so long for your wish to materialize actually? Because you are wavering. You're constantly doubting yourself. You wish something and then you're like, well, why is it not there? Why is it didn't come through yet? You're wavering and wavering. You're worrying about things, you know? And then what happens is that you push it back, you push it forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it takes time. Instead of coming through, instead of coming along for you, it constantly gets pushed back. You are the one who is pushing it. Stop pushing it away. Just surrender. You have to surrender. You have to completely give up, commit, and enjoy having it. Assume. Play it out. Play with it. Maintain it. Actualize it in using it in your mind, in your imagination. Accept that your desire is a fact. It is a fact. Daydream. In Neville Goddard's book, The Law of Promise, in chapter 2, he describes that couple purchased a land. And they purchased that land and they built a very modest house on it. And then they were living on that land and didn't really use it. They have acres and acres of free land. Why they didn't use it? Because they were constantly thinking that they don't have money for it, they don't have money for development, and they just left it alone. So after visiting Neville Goddard's lectures, this couple went there and learned that you don't need time, you don't need to waver. All you have to do is just go in within, go into your imagination and imagine that it's actually happened. Imagine it involving people in your life that you actually know, your friends. participating in the story, and that can come true very, very quickly if you do that. So what they did, this couple, they decided just for laughter to actually direct that story in their life. So they went in there and they imagined both husband and wife together. They were dreaming out loud. In secret, they were dreaming about rebuilding that land. So they always wanted a block of units where they will be renting it to the people. But they didn't have money for that. So they imagined that there was a guy who was a property developer who knocked into the door. And as an experiment, he decided to offer them free engineering for their house. He said, look, you don't have to pay anything. I love your piece of land. I'm going to run it as a study or whatever for my firm, for others people to see. And I'm going to do it for you completely for free. That's what they imagined. And then after that, they imagined that they have built on it. And then they started renting it out. So long story short, yes, they started renting it. And then they even imagined that one of their friends that is not very generous for compliments came to them and she said, oh, hey guys, this house is so amazing. Like the whole place looks amazing. You've done so well. One day, for real, after they've done that and they started living in their dream, they actually designed such a beautiful dream that they started to believe that it happened. They started actually daydream about it, you know. So one day there is a knock on the door and they open the door and there is this property developer and he's saying, hey guys, you've got such a wonderful piece of land. I want to, just for my firm, to, you know, advertise what I do, to run a project and design everything for you, and then you can build. So then after that, the things started to fall into place. So then they received a generous amount of money from one of their relatives, you know, and then they started developing it, and little by little they have built it. They've built it into a dream house that they wanted to rent with several apartments in it. So then one day a friend comes over and she's like, hey guys, you built such a beautiful place. And she's not an easy lady for compliments, and she complimented them. So that's how it actually come true, you know. They were waiting for 15 years on that land, living in this modest little house which they built, and not even daring to dream about something that could give them their dream to come true. But after going to the lectures of Neville Goddard, they decided as an experiment to do that, and they did it, and that happened to them, you know. So all they did is actually assume that. They have designed the dream in their head, imagined that, and they assumed it happened. They even brought a friend into the picture, and that's what happened. But prior to that, 15 years it took them. 15 years. And that was they wavering and doubting that things can happen without work. There you go. So stop wavering, you guys. Stop wavering. If you want something, imagine it, assume it, and actually go to peace. Go to plenty. Go live in it. Live in it in your dream. Daydream. You just have to go through your daydreaming. Imagine it, you know, imagine it all the time. Instead of wavering, but if just you have to drop it completely, get rid of it, and become completely delusional, and be and live and reside in your desired state of wish fulfilled. Completely dissolve in it. You are one. It is done. As simple as that. Your imagination is your reality. Just that act of imagining already giving it to you. Allow the universe to flow through you. You are the one. You are the one. The whole thing with universe together, you are the one. Let it flow, and you don't have to do anything, because when you are in the flow of everything that the universe has, you have it too. You are the flow. Everything is one whole thing. There is no past or future. There is only now. Be there, be still, be daydreaming. You have everything. You don't have to lift a finger. It is all unconditionally yours, 100%. Just imagining it does the whole work. That will make you move in the direction you have to go to receive it. Just be calm, be happy, complacent, and reside in peacefulness and tranquility. That's it. Put your hands up in the air, open your chest and say, I am, I am, I am. It is already a miracle. I am is a miracle. I am and universe are one, but universe is bigger than me. Like I said to you, bigger Natasha, smaller Natasha, but it's one thing. Universe is big and I am smaller, but we are one. I am a miracle. I am a perfect body. I am a perfect mind. I am a pure wellness. I am vitality. I am joy. I am a success. I am love. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am a treasure. I am one. I am all those things. Because you are a miracle is already a perfection for you. Just remember, as I said before, your world is within. It's inside of you. You make it. What is outside, when you see it in front of you, this 3D, this three-dimensional world, is your perception. It's your perception. You perceive it like this. It is merely what is propped up by the energies summoned by your inner state. You made it. It's there because you made it in your head. Where does perception come from? It comes from the inside, okay? It's your filter. It is engraved in your subconscious mind. It is your filter, okay? Now, let's look at what is assumption. Assumption is your perception with flex. This flexibility is very creative. Perception, you tweak it your way, the way you want, and this outcome, it is your glasses. So basically, assumption is your colorful glasses, you know? And when you put it on and look through these glasses, then it allows you to see people and perceive people and things in your world to the desired outcome you want, to the ending that gives you pleasure. You put glasses on, and all of a sudden you like everything. You love everything. You are in the Bay of Plenty. You are in your dreamland. You designed it. This is your assumption. Your colorful glasses that you wear every day. You pop it on and you are capable of creating things for you. The thing is that how you decide it to be, how you assume it to be, that's the way it is. You convict yourself in it. That's your assumption, is your conviction. So the conviction of your being makes you who you are. If you are convicted in knowledge that who you are, this is who you are, you know, and that is your state. This is your state. And all states are infinite, you know. Just persist in your desired state until it becomes natural. You just have to practice it every day for this to become natural. You have to understand the life you have now and the things that you own, the things that you have going on with you is manifested as a result of your previous inner state that took you right here. Therefore, that's where it becomes so simple. Genius is simple, baby. Your new inner state that you can build can be controlled. And that state is going to take you to your wonderland, to the land you want, to your land of plenty, and give you your desires and dreams externalized tomorrow. The fiction once becomes a fact, remember? And you can fiction it. You can fiction it in your imagination, and you can write it down. You can talk about it, you know, not to others. You can talk about it to your own self. This is your inner conversation. Because what you wished for and imagined and you played it out is already externalized as a fact tomorrow, and you don't have to doubt it or ask questions about it. It is yours 100% with a proof mark of verbalization as a document down on a paper. That's why I urge you guys to improve the practicing of assumption. You have to write things down. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. So pay no attention whatsoever to your current reality. Do not perceive it this way. Remember, you're wearing your assumption glasses. Immediately revise it to where you see yourself be and say, it is my old reality that is in the process of being transformed into a new reality. As simple as that, be delusional. It is like a light you see from the tunnel when you're passing the tunnel through. When you're passing the tunnel through, you see the light. You know it is a fact. It is a fact. It is externalized. It's right there, looking at you, staring you in the eyes. Be sure of it and act as if you have received it. For example, if you're going through something not pretty and dark and daunting, it is a clear sign from universe that it is absolutely natural physical disposal of things or people out of your life. It is already a sign from universe. If you're having this, say goodbye. It's gone. It's gone. It's not there anymore. What is there to sulk about or cry about? Let it go. Because if it's going, it meant to be that way. If it's happening, it needed to go. To make space for new nice things to come and people to come, new nice people to come into your life. Let's go. There is nothing to worry about, I'm telling you. Imagine yourself on that beautiful field of your favorite flowers, surrounded by warmth, by shining light, by beautiful colors, and feel being taken care of. Your world is taken care of. It doesn't have to be field of flowers. It can be a beach or some other place of yours, you can build for yourself, where you feel very happy and very, very, very comfortable. You have to remember one thing. If universe and you are one, then you are the favorite child of universe. You are the only child, you don't have to think about anything else. You are always taken care of. Your world is taken care of. Everything you have is taken care of. And you are a perfect person. And you are in perfect space and perfect time. Just forget about everything else and be fabulous, be happy, be comfortable, enjoy this moment. There is nothing you have to physically force or do anything for things to be yours. It is yours. Everything you want is already given to you. It's given to you. If you imagine that, if you actually managed to imagine that, it is yours. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to wavering. You don't have to do anything of this. You don't have to doubt. It's yours. You already imagined that. You already appeared in there. You're there. You're right there. So just stay there. Just stay there and stop wavering. Everything you want or ever wanted, you don't have to ask for anymore. It is given to you. It is gifted to you. It is done. And you are here to enjoy it and to indulge, practice, maintain it. You just indulge in it, soak it in, just declare it. And you are in receiving it and binding with it, actually. Binding with it. By playing with it in your mind, you are binding with it physically. The thing is that your ego wants to plan, right? Your subconscious mind is designed to plan. This is what we were taught. We were programmed to do that. For this, for that, for the rainy days, to put things for the rainy days, to prepare for it. And this is your scarcity state. Ignore your ego. It's like a little child. Don't tell it, you're a little child, go away. But calm it down, close your eyes and go inside into the inner state and into the inner state of love and plenty and peace and tranquility and joy. And just stop resisting. Just flow, just be there. Just flow and be there with conviction. The outside, the 3D, will sort itself out automatically. It will just reflect to your inner state today. Tomorrow your reality will change. It will just match it completely. The thing is that your 3D constantly shifting to match your inner state. It has to. It has no choice. Your outside world is constantly matching your inner state. It has no choice. It is done. Just remember the fact. Your inner state collapses into the matter, into your 3D. The matter is your 3-dimensional now. Whatever you have now in your 3D reality, you have manifested it yourself in your inner state, in your imagination. You saw yourself doing it. That's why you're doing it right now. You have manifested it throughout your inner state, in your past. You have done it. You are the creator. So if you have done it, you can undo it anytime. It can be undone. You can do it again, but in a different control manner. You know, you can do it completely differently. You can go from within. You can live from within. You know, it's easy. Within means imagination. You can go into your imagination anytime you want. It's like a secret place. You go and live in your imagination first. You go into your imagination. It is your God. And then it is your universe, your secret place. Your imagination is your God, your universe, your secret place. You go within, you go inside of it, you imagine things, you plan it. And then what you planned and you played in your imagination, it is tomorrow's fact. Your tomorrow will flow exactly how you imagined it in your imagination, because universe, your imagination is your universe, and you are one, and you can change it there anytime. It is your compartment inside of your head. In your head, you have compartment that allows you to imagine things. As simple as that. That's why I'm saying that you are and universe are one. Your imagination and you are one. You cannot separate from your imagination. It's inside your head. You understand that? So it is like praying to God or asking universe, give me this, give me that. When you go inside of your imagination, you are instantly inside and within infinite consciousness. Your consciousness and infinite consciousness are one domain. It is one domain. And if it is infinite intelligence that you are within infinite intelligence. So you can use infinite intelligence anytime you want, disregarding all the knowledges that you've got. That is the cream on the cake, what you've got as a knowledge, as your education. But infinite intelligence is already your domain. You can access it anytime you want. That's why what you imagine is yours. It belongs to you. You already have it. It is. The second you imagine it, already yours. So all you have to do is deny negative thoughts. Deny them completely. Just catch and throw. Deny. None of yours. Negative thoughts are not yours. They being enforced on you by social media, things outsourced that you are watching and reading. This elicits negative reaction. Do not comply to it. Just do not comply. Catch it and throw it away. Deny every negative thought comes to you and replace it with peace, plenty, and love, and tranquility. Just access the tranquility state. Calmness, breathe, be calm. You are fine. You know what? You are fine. This is none of your thoughts. They don't belong to you. So why to worry about it? Just get rid of it and express gratitude. Just say thanks. Like for some people, it's very hard to say thanks. Like for me, it's hard to say thanks. When I say thanks, I already know I'm thanking somebody for something I have received, and command your 3D. You have to command it. As simple as that, you have to command that. Because if it comes from your imagination, you can command it right now. I command my 3D every day as I speak, every minute, literally. In my mind, the imagination, I already see plenty in anything or anyone I come across to. I simply mesmerize them. People, pets, things, everything. I do it all the time. I love doing it. It's amazing, amazing feeling. Mesmerizing, by the way, the word mesmerize comes from the 18th century German physician Franz Mesmer. And Franz Mesmer believed that all people and objects can be pulled together magnetically, strong magnetic force. We all have. We do. We are energy. So that's how mesmerism and mesmerizing word come from them. So be the Harry Potter. Mesmerizing, is attracting, is pulling things onto you. So it's a wonderful power, and everybody has it. You have it. I have it. Even my cat has it. They do have. All living beings have it. And even things have it. Everything is energy. Money is energy. This cup is energy. Everything is energy. As simple as that. So be mesmerized by you and be mesmerizing for living and non-living beings. You understand? Because everyone and everything is made out of energy. Everything is energy and can be and is magnetized 24/7. So go and command your 3D, your now commanded, go to the end result of your wish fulfilled and command it and then receive it. And receiving state is state of plenty, where you are completely happy and in the peace and tranquility. Imagine that you have received it in your imagination. You have received it right here, which means that you have it right now as we speak. You have it in the timeless quantum atmosphere. Affirm, 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 and assume. Assumption is your conviction and sureism that it is done. When you wear pink sunglasses, pink color glasses, you are sure they pink, right? You are sure they pink. You know what they pink. It's conviction. It is conviction, and conviction is the assumption. Okay? Assume your 3D the way you love it. How you would love your reality. Assume it that way, exactly that way, and no other way. And revise every day. Every past event must be revised. You have to write it. If you cannot do it in your imagination, going through your past events, you have to write it down. I would keep a journal by my bedside and I would revise it every day. I will affirm every day. It's all written, and then I will revise it verbally. I will write it down. I do it. I do it every day, no matter what. Even though I am so good at imagining things, I still remind myself how to do it. Because when you physically writing things down, what happens is that you actually force your mind, imagine it, and you force your mind to experience it. And when you experience something, you actually start feeling it, and then you have emotion. That's an amazing tool. So, I have this little book here, and this is my book here, and I'm not lying, and I write things down. I write my gratitudes, and then I write, what I wish for, my affirmation about things like that, but I usually write all my affirmations in advance with thanks before that. It's like, thank you, I have it already, because I told you before, it is hard for me to say thank you. So when I say thank you, it's a sureism state straight away. This is my assumption. It's done. It is done. I'm actually thanking universe, who is me, my imagination. I'm thanking my state for actually having it. I am having it right now. And then when they happened, I revise it. I revise it in detail. I completely revise it by saying it that you have to revise it to the ending that you would love it. Means that you have to revise it to the fiction of what they should have been like for you, to make it a wow effect. Make it into a very happy fiction in your revision. And remember, today's fiction is tomorrow's fact. I can bring you 100 stories like this. For example, story from my own life. That happened to me just 2 days ago. So I have this business, and I have products and all these things, and I have one of the warehouses sitting in USA, and I had this, my shelves expired, my warehouse renting was expired, and I have received email 3 weeks ago, was written by the company, and I never received that because I didn't know, somehow I just missed it. So that means that this company disposes things. When the rent is not paid, they automatically dispose it, like in Amazon. They dispose it and remove it. So 3 weeks ago, oh my gosh, can you imagine? There was like so much products. I don't know. It's thousands of dollars we're talking about. So what I did when I received that email that my items are removed already and disposed, what did you think I did? I have denied. Instantly denied, and I will show you the real true fact of it, real true proof. This is the email that I wrote to the company, and then I replied to that email myself. I have replied to that email. I have, when I received the mail, instead of worrying and soaking in and crying and be like, oh my gosh, what happened? How did I do this? And I lost all my products, blah, 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 blah. Instead of doing this, I have denied the fact it's been disposed. Completely denied it. It happened 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, dated, Imagine this. I have conducted email, and in my email, I said, okay, dear Natasha, pleased to inform you that all your packages are back into your dashboard, and you can access it from there, and you can ship it anytime. This is what I wrote to myself. And then I also said here, the cost for this whole procedure will be $44 US. And I wrote it $44.50 USD. This is what I wrote. $44.50 USD, and I listed all the pictures of my boxes, and I put it right there, and I said, I'm pleased to inform you, Natasha, that it's all available to you back on your domain, and you can ship it anytime you want. And then I sent that email to myself, and then I printed it, as you can see, I printed it, I copied the email, and then I printed this, and I copied email to them, and this, and then I sent it to myself, and then I read it, and I felt it. I actually have. I had emotions going on. I was so happy. I was smiling. And that's what Neville Goddard said. To the point that you smiling, your imagination have to go, where you actually completely dissolved in the dream. You are dissolved. You received that, And that's what I felt. I felt that. So guess what happened the next day? I received email word by word. Dear Natasha, we're pleased to inform you, it's all back into your domain. You can ship it anytime. And guess what they said? You owe us $44. $44. Did I know the price? No, I didn't. I wrote it. I have received the mail with this price. There you go. And you don't need anything special. All you need is a little copybook and a pen, And I love pen that has colors in it. And this pen, I have made this. This pen has all the colors in it. It's got 3 colors, red, blue, and black, and also a pencil. So I do that. I will actually include your link if you're interested. All you need is just to place it. You place it with you on your bedside. But what I do, I carry it with me everywhere I go, actually. Not only I write it down when I go to sleep and I wake up. After my meditations, I wake up, I write it all down. And then I go for the day. And then I come back and I revise my day fully and utterly. I revise it to the point that it makes me ecstatic and happy, and emotions I elicited, and I'm smiling, and I am completely delusional. This is how I do. And then where you go, tomorrow comes, wonderful day. Absolutely wonderful from the morning on. Bang on. Exactly what I wrote in my revisions. This is what happening to me right now. I command my 3D every minute. Even before I arrive into the place, I have left the place where I'm driving from. I already imagined the car park. And guess what? The car park sits right there. Even on the side where I commanded it to be. It's there, you know? So all I want you to do is to practice it daily. Do your revisions and affirmations daily until you break your old habits. And send those redundant habits to the moon. Send it to the moon on the core of the earth and store them 200 kilometers behind you. And then you can rewire your new habit by every day practicing. And I am telling you, tomorrow will be always better than today. The dawn never fails. In 1 week, you will feel much, much better, happier, and more confident, because you will begin to live from within, from your imagination. You will command your 3D. And in 3 weeks, you won't even believe, looking back, that you were commanded by your 3D. Not you commanding your 3D, you were commanded by your 3D. If you practice every day, you will make your 3D every minute, every day, the way you want it, the way it makes you, wow, this is my 3D, amazing. Here is what I want you to do. I want you to comment below and practice this amazing revision tool. And revise your day right now, and then read it back to yourself 3 times. I am telling you what will happen to you. You will catch yourself smiling. You will catch yourself smiling and feeling it, and you will fall asleep with a light heart, and tomorrow your day will flow. It will flow. It will flow like a perfect script that you documented today, because what you wrote down cannot be void. It's done, you know? It makes history of tomorrow. It does. I want you to try it. If you don't want to comment below, you can write it down on your copybook and then read it to yourself 3 times and get impressed. Start practicing today and turn your life into a dream. I believe in you, I love you, and I mean it. And hey, I am here for you always, 1 step of the way. Thank you for watching this video and being with me. I am Natasha McCourty, and have a wonderful day. See you later. Yes!